Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and our home team. With that, we head out to Las Vegas. Standing by with the call, a couple of high rollers, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and our home team. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Foles. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Foles. Johnson's got it complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, as he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From midfield, here's Carr. It's complete to Diggs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The numbers for Howard a week ago, 19 carries, 84 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jerry Tillery never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. On the delay, it's Howard. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Even though they were stopped before the first down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! Watch the slack! Watch the slack!
Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Foles. That's caught by Hollister. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now here come the Raiders. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Running with Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Trying the right side with Howard. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so They're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The dump off good for 8 there on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll run it with Johnson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Plays like that, when you see the athleticism of a guy over 300 pounds, you forget that they can do that. They're so athletic.
Yeah, and I love how it all came together. He won the leverage battle at the line of scrimmage. Then he won the battle with his hands to shed the blocker. And how about the agility to get into the backfield and run him down?
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Carr now to throw. And Diggs has it. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Carr. And he finds Howard complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it. And things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Number 53. Stop your whining.
From the 29, Foles. He finds his man Johnson. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 2nd and inches, Foles completing it here to Marvin Jones. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here we go. 180.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. Man open, it's Goodwin. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Howard. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Howard. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On second down, it's Howard. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Carr completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. On first down, Carr. And this is caught by Curse. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Carr to throw again. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and goal. Carr, he's got his man. It's Curse. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Carr. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Foles. And the catch made by Johnson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Foles. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They go with Howard again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On the handoff, this is Howard. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr, it's complete to Diggs. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Running from the gun with Howard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He was blitzing, and he sprinted right through that gap.
Well, let's go ahead and open up our football lingo dictionary right there. Turn to page 38, partner. That's called blowing a play up. How about that one? Classic definition, popped right off the screen.
Page 38, huh? You sure it's not 39?
I am positive.
You're always positive.
Down. 185.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, throw left side, complete to Ingram. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Airing one deep for Curse. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. A give to Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now Foles. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Foles. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Right in.
58, come on. Gotta do better. Come on,
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Torrey Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Raiders. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Final minute now in the third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, they'll set up the screen to Howard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Carr to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Carr again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Torrey Smith, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Walsh adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield, here's Carr. And Diggs has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, Carr. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
into the red zone. It's Carr. And this is caught by Curse. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Shotgun now for Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Foles. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. To throw his Carr. He's got Curse. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go counter with Howard, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Howard. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise? Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. So we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going. Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. He's back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Foles, clock moving, trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. From just shy of midfield, Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Corey Liggett makes the stop. On 2nd and 9, Foles. Complete. Smith has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Foles. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Seemed like they picked an excellent time to blitz there and well executed.
It certainly was. And I remember what he told you before the game. He said, if my blockers just get me to the 2nd level, I can do some damage. Instead, on that play, he got leveled.
Here's Foles. It's caught. Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep it cute.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On first down, Howard down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 2nd down now, it's Howard. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the home team here, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.